As morning broke upon the opening day of war, the rising sun streaked the sky with scarlet. The heat slowly evaporated the mist that hung over the plains of Kurukshetra. The opposing armies, division upon division, stretched as far as the eye followed the curving earth. All was brilliant. The chariots of the princes and all the royal allies were resplendent with noble banners, each with its own emblem. One king's flag carried a scarlet bull, another a boar on a cloth of silver, others stars, eagles, comets, and so on. The sight too dazzling to be taken in. Some kings were riding in their chariots, others sat tall on the necks of elephants or on spirited horses, prancing and moving in circles. So much armour on elephants, horses, men. The flashing gold and bronze rivaled the sun. The close-packed troops and beasts, constantly stirring, shimmered like a river filled with moving fish. Both armies were terrible, both beautiful. In both, men's hearts were filled with joy and pride at being part of it, this huge event, this grand spectacle, this sacrifice, this the well-trained warrior's highest calling. Fear, suffering, and grief would follow later, with the two armies facing one another, one east, one west, with 10,000 conches blaring out in challenge, the din of cymbals and the deep, heart-stopping throb of war drums. Arjuna turned and said to Krishna, his charioteer, "Drive the chariot into no man's land, so I can see, before the battle begins, the faces of the enemy I must kill." Krishna did what Arjuna asked of him. And there, with every soldier tense and ready, with every horse straining at its yoke, there, in the moment before hell's unleashing, with each blade whetted, every weapon honed, there, in the moment when the frenzy of preparation is over, and the din of death not yet begun, there, at that point in the relentless passage of events, time froze. Arjuna sinks down in his chariot. His warrior's heart has failed him. His eyes stream with tears, his limbs tremble. His bow, Gandiva, drops from his shaking hand. The world holds its breath. Arjuna is the hero upon whom all the hopes of the Pandavas are pinned. He is the obstacle that the son of Dhritarashtra sees as blocking his road to victory. Arjuna has fought scores of bloody battles, exulting at the slaughter of enemies, threshing them like standing stalks of grains without regret, never looking back. He is a mighty warrior. The whole effect of his life is geared to heroism and glorious victory. But now he is unravelled by distress and confusion. He gazes at the rank upon rank of kinsmen. Death takes on new weight, sharper meaning. Whether this war brings victory or defeat, there will be no occasion for rejoicing. Hitting his brow, he cries aloud to Krishna, "I shall not fight. How can it be right to kill our kinsmen, to coldly slaughter those who have nurtured, taught, or grown up with us? There is Drona, our dear teacher, and Bhishma, beloved grandfather to all of us. He looks full of resolve. Has he not imagined how it will be to aim his arrows at the hearts of those who are joined to him by blood? Those who were once children gathered around, enraptured by his stories. Look at all our cousins standing there, sick with greed and anger. But, Krishna, even though they are blind to their own evil, even though they are desperate to kill us, how can we, who know what is duty, do the same? I feel already the familiar weight of Gandiva flexing to dispatch death to those I should protect, my kin. But how can I cut them down as though they were just weeds?" Krishna smiles as at a foolish child and says, "My dear Arjuna, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of your grief. You speak as if this life is all that is, but it is just one brief embodiment for the eternal, indestructible soul. Bodies are born, they flourish, age and die. The soul casts off its old and worn-out bodies as one discards old clothes and puts on new ones. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, immutable, and unchangeable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. O Arjuna, he who dwells in the body is eternal and can never be slain. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Thus, my dear friend Arjuna, deliberate upon this fully, and then do what you wish to do." Arjuna said, "O Krishna, my illusion is now gone. By your mercy I have regained my memory, and I am free from doubt, and I am prepared to act according to your instructions."